What's up, guys? I'm back this week from the airport. It's very quiet here today. Sorry, my hand is so shaky. My goodness. I just finished getting ready for bed because my flight is from Irvine to New Jersey, and I caught an overnight flight, so I have to go to work early tomorrow morning. And just picked this flight because it's like the most convenient thing for my schedule. I spent this past week hanging out with my daughter and got to celebrate Mother's Day with her mom too, which is really cool. We got to spend a lot of time as a family together. I took my daughter to Disneyland twice this past week, and so I'm exhausted. It's been a long week. I have some downtime before my flight, so just wanted to hop on here and get some vlogging done while it's quiet and chill at the airport. My plane is actually right there. I've been looking at it. It's been here for quite some time, but I think we're leaving on time. This past week, I spent a lot of time with my daughter and we bonded a lot. And one thing that I was really proud of myself for is I found myself smiling and laughing with her a lot more. We have like inside jokes. She's only 2, but she's such a funny soul, and we really connected this past week. And I think as a parent, especially as a new parent, sometimes I get caught up in disciplining her or making sure she's safe, and I forget to just enjoy and play with her sometimes, and so I got a lot of opportunity to do that this past week, and it made it a lot easier for me to be more patient with her, more kind with her as well, which has been really nice. And I think that's something that I have been working on a lot recently is emotional regulation. So in the past, whenever I would get emotional, I would say things impulsively or lash out, especially if I had like a tough conversation with a coworker or one of my friends. I'd find myself being a little aggressive or intense, especially because I would act out of emotion, high emotion. I would walk away from those conversations feeling like, oh, I came out on top of that conversation. I said what I needed to say, but it doesn't feel good, not for both sides. So lately, what I've been trying to do is take a step back and let the emotions kind of flow through me a little bit. And when I feel like I'm in a better spot, then I'll speak, then I'll say what I need to say. And it's been working really well for my daughter. I'm not saying everyone's like a 2-year-old, but certainly not, right? But how I react is really important too. And so I've been really proud of myself for being able to get there. Things just don't bother me as much, I guess, now that I'm a dad. I don't know if it's because I'm a dad, or if I'm just getting older. But yeah, just been a little bit more grounded in how I approach emotional conversations when my patience runs low, and just let the anger kind of diffuse before I say anything. The anger's still there, right? There's no doubt about that, but it's just more about how I react with that anger. And that's been feeling really cool. Yeah, I still have a little bit of time before my flight, but I think I want to end a little bit earlier this week because I have to do a lot of editing for my travel vlog, and I also want to make like a personal and private vlog for my daughter and our Disney trip. But I think I'll just end with this. Connecting with my daughter and being able to share laughter, happiness, like most of the time, is just so amazing and feels so good. And it puts into perspective, she's growing up so fast, it put into perspective for me that, my daughter's young and I have a choice. Right now, whenever I hang out with her, whenever I get to spend time with her, I could be a strict parent, try to make sure, I could try to get her to do all the right things and behave well and stuff. That's still important, of course. But most importantly, how I show up and the type of joy and happiness that I bring into her life is likely how she'll navigate her life as well. And life isn't always great, right? There's tough situations, but I want to set a good example for her with being emotionally grounded and being patient and not letting anger be the number one resort when things are stressful or when she does something wrong. That doesn't mean I don't want to parent her. It just means that, in a lot of ways, I just want her to. Oh man, that was a long announcement. I don't even know where I left off with my thought there. But yeah, ultimately, I think it's important to raise my daughter and discipline her, but I want to raise her with joy and love and happiness more as the forefront for a lot of the tough parenting moments. And it's going to take me being a lot more patient and emotionally grounded to provide that for her. And I'm very excited to. She deserves that. She deserves that kind of upbringing, and I want her to bring that energy to everyone in her life one day too. So anyway, I think there's a lot more announcements coming up, and I just keep losing my thoughts, so I'm going to end here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.